Okay, let's get going, guys. We already lost like 20 minutes. Tanner. Okay, trinomials of this form. Yesterday, we did the form where A was 1. Now these ones, they're not going to be 1. So do we want to try it by inspection? Just throw down a couple sets of brackets, see if you can piece it together. You could. Okay, you can try it. But we're going to teach you a different way to do these ones. Okay? So, complete the following. What's this if I FOIL it? 6x squared and 8x and 3x and 4. Okay? FOILed. That's multiplying. What's factoring? Opposite of multiplying. If you're given this, what would we have called this yesterday? I would factor this by grouping. There's 4 things here. If you see 4 things, try factor by grouping. And if you do that, you'll end up getting this again. So this 6x squared and, let's collect them, 11x plus 4 factors to that, right? Just wait. We're getting there. Yes. We would rather see it like this. We don't want to see it like that. Okay? I'm just going to do that one example. Algebra tiles. We all loved these last year, right? Okay. So this is called method of decomposition. This is the thing we just looked at. Is A 1 here? This is a trinomial. There's general form, right? We don't know what A is. We don't know what B is. We don't know what C is. Okay? But this we do. A is 6, B is 11, C is 4. If we are given this, it's kind of hard to put that and factor it by inspection because we have lots of options. If I just throw down a couple sets of brackets, is it 6 times 1 or is it 3 times 2? 4. Is that 4 times 1, 2 times 2? And then you got to worry about the signs to get to 11. You might get lucky and solve it quicker than doing this method, but you might be there for 20, 25 minutes and going around in circles. Okay? So this is why we're teaching you this method. If it's given to you like that, we're going to factor that by grouping. What can I take out of the first 2? 2x. What do I have left? 3x plus, no, not 2x, 3x. Thank you. 3x. Oh, that's 2x. Okay. What goes into 6x squared and 3x? 3x does, okay? So how do I get to 6x squared? I times this by 2x, I get 6x squared. What do I times 3x by to get 3x? 1. Okay, what can I factor out of the next 2? A 2, and what do I got here? Can I take something bigger out? Yeah, let's take a 4 out. Okay, 2x, and 4 goes into 4 one time. Remember, if you don't have the same thing in the brackets, you're going to be stuck. Here I have the same thing in the brackets. I'm going to factor that out. What do I have left? Okay, that wasn't that bad. And we already knew that. We just wrote it up in the top. Okay? The thing is, if we're given this, how do we know to split it into 8x and 3x? You want to see them like that, guys, because factoring by grouping is a lot easier than getting this, trying to piece it together. But why didn't they choose, I don't know, 6x and 5x? Okay, why didn't they choose 10x and 1x? That's where this comes in. This is what we do to find out what to split this up into, your 11x, so that you can factor by grouping. Okay? What number multiplies to, use yellow, 6 times 4 and adds to 11? What two numbers? 8 times 3 is 24, and 8 plus 3 is 11. That's where they get this magical 8x and 3x from. Okay? So let me say this again. Do you have to do all this? No. Be my guest. Try it by inspection. Okay? But this is the way we teach it, and if you get reasonably good at this, it's a lot quicker. You pull out less hair. Okay? Examples. Yeah, and we did this in grade 10. Okay, this is review. So, here, what are we multiplying to again? So, this book doesn't have it. They assume you know. What we're going to do is multiply. Let's just write multiply. We're going to multiply to A times C, okay, and we're going to add 2, that's the middle one, green, B, okay. This is getting colorful. That's what we do. It's always the x squared term times the constant. Okay? So here, if you put it in this order, ax squared plus bx plus c, it's always a times c. Okay? So what multiplies to, what is 6 times 2? 12. And what adds to 7? What two numbers multiply to 12 and add to 7? 3 and 4? 4 and 3? Yes. That's what we're going to split up 7x into. I want to split it up into 4x and 3x. Because then I can factor by grouping. I still have 2x squared. I still have 6. Okay? That may be quite a bit easier to factor. That's our strategy, okay? That's called method of decomposition. I'm decomposing 7x into 4x and 3x. Any questions? Okay, now how do I factor 4 terms? What can I take out of the first two? 2x. What do I have left? 2x times x is 2x squared. Okay, if I take a 2x out of 4x, what do I have left? 2x times 2 is 4x. Whatever I get in these brackets, I better get in these brackets. Sometimes, maybe you want to throw down those brackets first. What do I factor out of these two so that I'm left with x plus 2? Does it work? I still need a sign here. Now what's common in both of these two groups? X, whoop, that's not a highlighter. X plus 2, x plus 2. Factor it out. X plus 2. What do I have left? I'm just highlighter happy today. 2x plus 3. It's factored. Should we go on to the next question, or should we do something else first? Yes. 2x squared. Check. I got a 3x. I have a 4x. 7x. Check. 3 times 2 is 6. Check. Check. I know it's right. that too many checks, Brenna? That's looking pretty colorful, isn't it? Okay, what do we do? I got a trinomial. Actually, this one isn't bad. You know what? How about we try it by inspection? How many things multiply to 5x squared? Just to show you, you can do it. How many things multiply to 2? It's 2 times 1. That's your only choice. But does it go like this, or does it go like that? That's what we got to figure out. Okay? So, you know what? Try one and see if it works. It's all pluses too. So, does it work? 5x squared and... Sorry? I'm trying this by inspection because I just have a 5 and a 2. 5x and 2x. Hey, what do you know? It works. I want you to get the right mark.
Wait, where's your multiplying and adding?
All right, let me do it the other way too. All right. Sorry, screwing you up. Okay. What multiplies to what? What are we looking for? A times C. 10. What adds to 7? What two numbers? 5 times 2 multiplied to 10, and they add to 7. Okay, we're splitting up 7x into 5x and 2x. Okay? What can I factor by grouping? What goes out of the first two? 5x. What can I take out of the next two? 2. Okay. What can I factor out of there? An x plus 1. What do I have left? 5x plus 2. And we get the same thing.
I like that.
Okay.
The other way where you just missing a few steps? Or not really.
If, like I said, you can do it by inspection.
What is by inspection?
Throw down a couple sets of brackets and see if you can piece it together.
So guess?
Yeah, trial and error.
I
Okay?
don't have time for that. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just do C. I'm not going to do them all here. What do we do? What multiplies to what? Which is 12 times 1. What adds to negative 8 this time? What two numbers? 6 and 2? Yeah, how do I get negative 8 out of these two? And those still multiply to positive 12, don't they? Okay, why did I do that? Because I want to break up minus 8x into minus 6x and minus 2x. I still have 12x squared plus 1. Okay. What can I factor out of the first two? A 6 and an x. That's 2x minus 1. What can I factor out of the next two? Nothing. But I have to factor out something. I need this in the brackets, remember? So what am I going to factor out of here? Negative 1. Yes. Check it. Don't wait till you get to the finish. Make sure this is the same as this. Okay, 12x squared minus 6x, check. Minus 2x plus 1, check. All right. Factor 2x minus 1. What do I have left? Okay. One more example? I want to do that one. Okay? I'll show you why in a sec. Guys, Dan, do you have this? Because you seem to be talking an awful lot. Do I want to go, what multiplies to negative 150 and adds to 5? Or do I want to do something else first? What's the first step in our flow chart? If there is a common factor, make your life easier. 3k squared plus 1k minus 2. Yeah, I'd much rather multiply to negative 6 and add to 1 than 150 and 5. Okay? You can still do it. It'll still work. You'll get the same answer, but it's a lot less work. Okay? What two numbers multiply to negative 6 and add to positive 1? 3 and negative 2. I'm going to split up plus 1k into 3k minus 2k. Minus 2, 3k squared. Did I lose the 5 or is it still there? It's still there. Okay, let's write it over here. Okay? Visually get that out of the way for now, because it's going to clutter your brain and make you get a mistake. All right? I want to factor this by grouping. What can I factor out of 3k squared and 3k? 3k. K plus 1. What can I factor out of minus 2k and minus 2? Minus 2. Oh, round bracket. K plus 1. Do I have the same thing in the brackets? I'd better, or I won't be able to do anything else. Still, times by 5. What's next? What can I factor out? What's the stuff in the brackets? It's still 5 times. Let's factor out the stuff in the brackets. What do you have left? 3k minus 2. And I think we're done. Is it still times by 5? Yeah. Okay. Now let's move the 5 back. Okay. That's a lot nicer than having a 5 right here and trying to factor out of this into the 5. Okay? Just split it up a bit. It can be helpful. Okay? Does this guy look any different?
Wait, what guy?
He does a little. Because we have a y squared here at the end. It's exactly the same, guys. Okay, don't freak out. It's exactly the same procedure. What multiplies to 4 and adds to minus 5? Can 2 and 2 ever get us a 5? Must be 4 and 1. Okay? But this isn't going to work. I must have them both negative. Check it. Do those multiply to positive 4 and add to negative 5? Yes. I'm going to split up minus 5xy into minus 4xy minus 1xy. Don't have to have the 1 there. Okay. Still have 2y squared. What's what? Minus 4 minus 1. It's right there. Okay. Factor by grouping, just like before. What can I take out of the first two? A 2 and an x And anything else? Nope. X minus 2y. What am I looking for in my second sets of brackets? The same thing. What can I factor out of here? Minus a y. What do I have left? Let's not worry about the 1. I just have an x here, right? And to get this to be positive, that has to be minus. And if I take a y out of here, I have a 2y left. And voila, same thing in both brackets. Factor it out. What do I have left? 2x minus y. So it's no different. It looks a little messier, but the only difference is I have a y here. Okay? Check it. Is this the same as that? You should do it. Okay? Okay, I actually have perfect square trinomials, but because we went over our test, and I like to give you at least half an hour to work on this stuff, we will save that for tomorrow. Okay, 3, 4, and 6 are odd letters, okay? A, C, E. That's what that means, Mara. 5 is, yeah, just not, yes, all of 5. Why do I have 5 after 6? Because. Okay, so 9 and to 13 we'll do tomorrow, because that's perfect square trinomials. All right?